Hi and welcome back, guys. I hope you all are having a fantastic day out there. Tomorrow, we've got two key events I want to talk to you about and also some confirmations we have. All I ever ask is if you do like talking about Ripple and XRP, drop an X in the comment section. Smash that like button. Let's put some positive vibes out in the world. Send this over 1,000 likes. And if you are new to the channel and you do like talking about cryptocurrency, click that subscribe button as well. Now, the XRP community is strong, right? This is among the most polarizing communities in the cryptocurrency space. We have elicited strong support on one side, but on the other side, we have our fair share of criticism. Critics, they often argue that this community exhibits what's called confirmation bias, focusing solely on XRP due to the deep understanding of its strengths and those of Ripple, the associated company here. Now, I actually do respectively disagree with those critics out there because I know many XRP holders that are holding other utility tokens. We can take a look at XDC, Algorand, HBAR, Quant, many other great projects of utility out there. I also believe that the pursuit of confirmation is not a flaw, it's a strength. And when investing your hard-earned money, you want to have confirmation. You want to do your due diligence. You want to also know the potential. And so while there are claims out there that Ripple is the transformative force in this cryptocurrency space and is akin to the likes of being the next Google or Amazon, that demands rigorous scrutiny. So my objective here has always been to deliver verified information, tangible proof in distinguishing Ripple in a crowded space, a field of thousands of projects out there. There is a ton of junk out there, and only a select few initiatives are actually poised to drive meaningful global impact. So delivering on this, I want to illustrate Ripple's caliber here today. I'd like to share this clip that I found. Smoke, give a shout out to you, that underscores the significance of its contributions.
All of the existing networks, and this is kind of what it would look like. It's not a new system, but it connects existing systems. So no matter whether it is incumbents like Swift, Visa, MasterCard, or some of the newer networks like Ripple, Stellar, Celo, a payment should be able to go from one to another. So we see this happening in three phases. The first is account addressing. So this is a global directory that would allow you to address a payment in the same way you have an email address. The second is tokenized compliance, reducing or rather finding efficiencies in compliance to reduce the cost. And the third is real-time settlement of funds.
Now, guys, what you found in this clip was the United Nations confirming that Ripple and Stellar's role is within this new financial system. This clip is from a webinar hosted by the United Nations Capital Development Fund. Yes, the same United Nations with 193 member states, one of the most powerful platforms for international diplomacy, capable of mobilizing 90% of the world's population to address global issues. Now, in this clip, guys, what we saw was open, regulated payment internetwork that will enable payments to anyone, anywhere, on any network. Interoperability that we've heard so many times in the past, which is absolutely critical as we go into this new world of finance. The presenter here, he specifically mentioned both Ripple and Stellar while displaying a diagram of international payments networks. So if we take a close look at this, we saw directly Ripple and Stellar distinctly represented in a diagram as major components of the new global payments network. Now, we also remember this clip I want to show you of Brad Garlinghouse talking about why Venmo and PayPal and the system we have right now doesn't work because it's missing one thing.
First, I'm going to say, I imagine a number of people in here have a PayPal account and you probably have a Venmo account. Have you ever tried to move money from Venmo? But PayPal owns Venmo, just to be clear. Have you ever tried to move money from Venmo to PayPal? You can't do it. You have to go Venmo back to your bank and then back to PayPal. The reason I start with that answer is, in a perfect world, what we see an interoperable payments network world of the future, where all payment networks are interoperable. The world we live in today, and I'm using PayPal and Venmo as the example, is highly not interoperable. What you're talking about in the U.S. Fed and the faster payments, that's a domestic clearing. We actually think, yes, that would be fabulous. Actually, Ripple was one of the kind of leads on that task force. At some point, though, you have to go from the U.S. dollar to another currency.
See, it is the interoperability, among a whole host of other things, that makes XRP so special, and is these big, powerful world governments, corporations, and institutions that Ripple is working with, while the rest of the industry just will never have a seat at the table. Now, tomorrow we have a launch of the XRP futures on the CME. That will be May 19th, tomorrow, 2025. It's going to be significant because it provides institutional investors with a regulated, cash-settled way to gain exposure to XRP. Talked a lot about the importance of this, what it's going to do in terms of boosting mainstream adoption. And this move is also following CME's offerings of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And so this is just signaling what we need, growing regulatory clarity. And we could pave the way for a spot XRP ETF now, these approvals. This is helping us get that much closer, and it's helping us enhance liquidity and market stability. Now, lastly, guys, we also tomorrow are going to have a close eye on what comes out of the Stablecoin bill vote. I'm very excited for this Genius Act. It is very significant. They're going to be aiming to establish a federally regulatory framework for stablecoins. Hopefully we can get this passed. We do have Democrats with concerns over insufficient safeguards and potential conflicts out there. However, we also do have bipartisan support. And so I know we've heard some out there saying this is going to be a historical moment out there. Don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but it will be something very much so to be watching and keeping a close eye on. Yes, we have to get through the House as well, but if we can get a vote in a positive direction tomorrow, get a win tomorrow, that would be huge for our industry. Regulatory clarity, it remains a critical need in this cryptocurrency industry. And while opportunity right now still exists in getting into XRP for early adopters, and we are still early adopters, the window to act is narrowing. That's all I got for you for now. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. We'll leave Decent Wallet down below if you'd like to move into cold storage, and we will see you all in the next video.